Why not just say, hey, Coach Greg, what's my body fat percent here? 6.6%. Okay, a month later, what's my body fat here? 5.4%. Perfect. Way better and more accurate than the DEXA scan. And, well, not cheaper. My laser eyes are expensive. Coach Greg, and today I'm reviewing Wesley Vissers. He recently made a video saying this is what 4.1% body fat looks like. He did that in response to Ronnie Coleman's comments on Joe Rogan and whatnot, where he said he was 0.33%, 3% body fat in the off season. So I'm gonna go watch Wesley's video, see if the 4.1% is accurate. Tell you what I think, gonna use the most accurate form of body fat testing in the world, which is my laser eyes. You know, Baby Nakey and Gert confirmed this through meta-analysis, that Coach Greg's the most accurate. Okay, so let's see what he says. Okay, he starts off the video and he's dressed like me, except he's got blue tank top. I should actually put on a blue tank top, but I'm not, take too much time. Okay, as he's standing right now, it's obvious he's not 4.1%, so it's gotta be from the past, because I'm looking at him and just based on the eye, I only see the upper body, he's probably close to 15%. I'm 9%, so you see, this is where we're at, okay? 9%. So you see where I'm at, and you can just see visually. Am I as lean as Wesley or not? You can practice your own laser eye vision. You can watch me and say, hey, this is what 9%. See what just look around. This is me. And then watch Wesley's video. Is he 9%, 10%, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? And just see for yourself, and you get good at this. It's practice, okay? So he's clearly in his off season. He's not fat at all. He looks fantastic, but he's more closer to 15%, okay? Let's see what else is going on.
And before continuing, I know that a DEXA scan is not the most accurate way of, measuring body fat.
He must realize that my laser eye is good on him, but he's going to take us on a journey from 8 weeks out, 2 months out, to 1 month out, to showtime, okay? This is when he was an amateur. I followed him when he was an amateur. I've been following him for a long time. And he was, in fact, quite ripped.
What I did is I did it at the start of the day, right when I woke up, every time around 9 or 10 a.m. Not drinking anything, not eating anything, and the diet was the exact same.
That will, in fact, increase the accuracy of the test. Because if you test yourself at night and you've eaten more, you're holding more water and whatever, it really can change the test. However, the PDs is going to make a big difference here. I'm not going to say he's not natural because I don't want to get sued. He's just probably not natural. How about that? Let's go with probably not natty. If you think he's natty, I got some serious amount of invisible ice cubes to sell you. They're only $1 million each. But if you take one in your Diet Coke, you will for sure be 500 pounds of muscle. We'll see. Maybe you'll buy it. And if he's not natty, what is going to happen? It's going to change the supplements, which change water retention, which change the results on the DEXA scan.
I watched the Joe Rogan podcast where Ronnie Coleman was a guest. Now, first of all, I respect Ronnie Coleman a whole lot.
He's like, Ronnie's the best. He's trying to be super Mr. Nice Guy. Of course he is going to be Mr. Nice Guy. That's how people do it.
0.33%. That's, of course, unrealistic.
I'll rephrase it. I don't want to call Ronnie Coleman a moron, but he's a moron because he's not really that percent body fat. He's 10% in the off season. Then he says, like me, I'm 10%. I'm looking like, no, you're not as lean as Ronnie Coleman when Ronnie Coleman was in his off season. I've seen him in person in the off season leaner than Wesley right now.
And I think the reason that Joe, even though he's knowledgeable in this area, didn't even tell him about it being unrealistic is because he realized, as everybody should realize, well, Ronnie Coleman was such a phenom, such a gifted person, that he wouldn't need to bother with the knowledge of having, knowing what the right body fat percentage is relative to how you look.
This is what really happened. Ronnie Coleman is quoting the percent body fat that was given to him by the person testing. Ronnie knows he's not actually that percent. He's quoting the percent given to him. I can't fault him for giving the information that was fed to him. okay? Ronnie, if you said, Ronnie, what percent can you physically actually be in real life? Ronnie doesn't actually think he's pointing. He's just saying it because it was given to him. Same as him. Same as Wesley. He's going to say he's 4.1% because the DEXA scan said it. He's already said the DEXA scan has mistakes. So he's already foreshadowing that, come on, guys. It's going to say this, but maybe I ain't really this body fat. At least that's what I'm assuming. We will see.
So here we have our first example of what is spit out of a DEXA scan.
Spits out, his words, a bunch of numbers. It's a bunch of nonsense. It spews lies. 4.4% body fat. Wesley Vissers, that's his first body fat test from 2 months before the show. 4.4% body fat is leaner than the majority of IFBB pros on stage on contest day. Okay, I corrected. It's 4.5%, not 4.4 because of the bone fat. It wasn't included in the number I first saw. Now, mind you, this isn't even a language that I can speak, so I'm trying to decipher this. Segment of lichage dits inclusive de bouton elvet massa marga massa mat botmas botenzier stabil in... And correction, 1.5 months out, he's 4.5% body fat, based on the DEXA scan. Does it make sense that 6 weeks out from a show, he's leaner than I was on show day? Hardly anyone gets that lean for competitions. Only the most shredded of the most shredded are that lean. It's literally 1.5% away from death. 1.5%! You know how easy you can lose 1.5%? If he weighs 250 pounds, that's about 4 pounds. 4 pounds of fat away. About 15,000 calories away from death. That means if he did a Conor Murphy fast, he'd probably be dead in a week. Is he lean? Yes. Is he ripped? Yes. Is he 4.5%? Of course not. He's not even close to 4.5%. Maybe 6, maybe 7. He's somewhere in that range, which is amazing. 6 weeks out, that's how you want to look. But it ain't no 4.5% bone dry. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with that person lean?
I took this picture like 10 times, so this is just one of the pictures I took.
Translation, I took it 100 times, and this is the most rippedest, best one I could pick. And the back shot, clear enough, 4.5%. Lean, yes. Good delt striations back here, but not really, not even a peeled Christmas tree. That would look insane at 4.5%. But he is not lying. I am not calling him a moron. He is quoting what the DEXA scan said. It's not Wesley's fault, just like it's not Ronnie's fault. What I'm telling you is Ronnie and Wesley are doing the exact same thing in reporting data. So you can't hate on them for that.
But this was my shape at 4.5%, basically.
I'm saying 6 to 7%. I had not seen the legs, and he tends to store more fat in the legs. At his most recent pro show where he won, he did look really lean and look really good, okay? But he doesn't show the legs, so really hard to get that super accurate laser eye on him because I don't see the legs. I only can judge half the physique. My laser eyes don't actually see through freaking clothing. Superman can do that. I am not Superman, I'm not from Krypton. So a month later, DEXA scan, he did amazing. He lost 0.1%. 4 more weeks of suffering for 0.1%. He's like, yeah, you know, it doesn't say much, but it's a lot more than you think, because 0.1, man, that's a big difference when you're this lean. It's actually not. It's about 1 day worth of hard dieting. It took him 4 weeks, and he looks significantly leaner. Why is this? What's happening here? The DEXA scan's showing its inaccuracy. It doesn't know.
And this is pretty much the only clear picture I have from this month that I took in the gym. Didn't take as many full body pictures back in these days, so...
Well, come out with a snowsuit and say, look, 4%. Come on, Wesley, you know you've taken thousands, not hundreds, but thousands of photos that you could have posted here. Why are you cherry picking these ones to show body fat when you need to see the entire physique? And the next picture, full-on pants, covering up the body fat which he's holding mostly in the legs. Yeah, it looks pretty good. There is no way that's 4.1%. 4.1%? I don't even need to say, you know it's not 4.1%. Are you kidding me here? Then he shows a picture of the side chest, full-on pump, looking incredible. Huge muscles built everywhere, bursting through the skin. So he's looking quite lean. He's probably under 5% here. He does look really lean, but it's one photo. Very hard to say from the one photo. To be 4.1%, That side quad, you would need to see every single grain of fiber that you could see. Honestly, right now at 9%, my side quad, I can make it look that lean. Now, my side chest does not look as lean as that. I'm not as lean as this. I'm 9% though. But he's saying 4.1. This is shredded. But you would see every stupid, you'd be like, what is happening to that side quad? And I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a good physique. But it's going to be closer to 5%. And then we see him on stage with the back shot. He looks pretty lean. He's not 4.1%, he's closer to 5%. You would see ridiculous calf striations. There would just be more going on. The hamstrings would be like, what? What is that? Just compare it. My hamstrings at 4.9% are leaner than his at 4.1. Does that make sense? It wouldn't make sense. And on the front, he's close to 5%. He's very shredded. He won the freaking thing. He got his pro card. Ripped. That's about 5%, guys. That's what that looks like. 4 is another level. 4 is mind-blowing. It is scary. John Meadows at his most shredded. That's 4%.
So this was actually backstage, and I was surprised when I saw these striations on my leg. I was, kind of took back that I was able to achieve that conditioning.
When you're 4.1%, there ain't no surprises. Those striations are there always. It's like, what is wrong with my leg? He would flex it and be like, what is going on? I've seen amateurs with that many striations that aren't under 5%, that aren't even 6%.
It kind of happened out of the blue, because then the last layer of water is removed and you see conditioning and striations you've never seen before.
So what happens is you take diuretics and you lose the water. Some don't take diuretics, but some do, whatever. But you lose water weight towards a show, takes the water film under the muscle, and you can see that visible striation. And if you're actually 4.1%, and if he was that 5 days out, he would be in the 3s here. That would be even more ridiculous. When you're 4%, before you drop water, and then you drop water, it is like, oh my goodness. Like, I'm on my own physique. When I see myself under 5, and I'm at show day, I'm literally looking at myself like, what is happening? It's shocking even to me. You're looking in the mirror like, how can a human being look like this? I look at this and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty freaking shredded. But I'm not mind blown, oh my goodness, scared to look shredded. That's 4%. Scared to look at it shredded. I can look at it and be like, oh, it looks great. I'd like to have that. If it's 4%, it's what? I'm scared. I don't know what to do right now. Should I look? Should I look away? It's a scary image. If it's not a scary image, it ain't no 4%. And he's posing outside the hotel room under nice lighting with a tan, dehydrated, and he looks okay. He might be 5%. He's not 4. And you're like arguing, it's only 1%. 1% from 5 to 4, ready for a math lesson, is 20% leaner. 5 to 4 is 20%. If you got paid $500 and then somebody paid you $400, you'd be losing out $100 out of 500. That's 20% less money. So you're saying, oh, it's only 1%, it makes no difference. It is incredible, the difference between 5 and 4. It is mind-blowing, okay? And from 4 to 3, it's even more mind-blowing. It's like, what? No, it doesn't happen, okay? So keep that in mind when you see these people claiming certain body fat percents.
So that's just to show you in a moving picture what 4.1%.
I can move in a picture right now, and my back, hamstrings, and calves look leaner than that, and I'm at 9%. That's all you need. That's all you need to know. He's not 4.1.
What 4.1%, according to a DEXA scan, really looks like.
So we're not hating on Wesley. He's reporting facts from a DEXA scan, which is a piece of garbage that's not accurate at all, which I've already made a video debunking the DEXA scan. Watch more of my freaking videos if you want to know this stuff.
Okay, so when I watched that video of Joe Rogan and Ronnie Coleman talking about his body fat percentage, I was like, oh, is anybody really gonna take this seriously? Like, who really cares? But then a lot of videos cropped up about people saying how ridiculous that number is, so that inspired me to do this video.
Probably me, since half the comments on the freaking wall was Coach Greg's gonna have a field day with this one. So Wesley, he must have watched my video, and if he didn't, tell him to watch it and see what I think. Tell him to watch this one, see what he thinks, and then we'll move on.
And when I'm doing it consistently, it may actually be quite accurate over time. So take from this what you will.
So I'm going to take from this what I will and tell you he's not 4.1% body fat, but he's just reporting what the DEXA scan said, which is just an inaccurate form of measuring body fat. Pretty much useless. Why y'all bother to take the DEXA scan? Because we're brainwashed into thinking that we need this low number, and the lower the better, and everyone's fighting for a low number. Really, what you look's important. How do you feel you look? Wesley looked great. He won the freaking show overall, was the best built man on the stage. Doesn't matter if it said 4.1 or 10.1 or negative 0.33. Could have said he was negative % body fat. Do I freaking care? No. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Man, that came late in the video this time. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Wesley is not that lean, but doesn't matter. You look at the picture and the video and say, hey, he was shredded. That's all you need to know.
And don't forget to stay golden.
Thanks for watching the video, and stay golden. And remember, 9% body fat. Watch his 10% that he said he was, and see if it's closer to 15. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Follow me on Instagram. Watch one of these 2 videos you need to watch to educate yourselves. And until next time, I'm out.